Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog stampwithelaine.com. Today we're going to be making a card using the distinctive stamp set called Beauty and Joy, which you'll find on page 51 of the new Autumn-Winter catalogue. This is the card we'll be making. You can use coloured markers to create this effect, but I found that I got better results using the Stamparatus. This is Stampin' Up's own brand of stamp positioning tool. It comes with 2 acrylic plates and hinges on 2 sides, so you can either stamp from the top or stamp from the side. And you can also purchase extra plates, extra stamping surfaces, which you can interchange. The card base is Cajun Craze, and this is half an A4 sheet. In Europe, this measures 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8 inches. That's 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters, and folded in half. We also need a scrap of Cajun Craze, which is actually 1/4 of a sheet of A4 size, to cut out this frame. You need 2 pieces of Whisper White, one for the inside and one for the card front. This measures 5 1/2 by 3 3/4 inches. That's 14 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters. So let's gather our supplies. We'll need the Beauty and Joy distinctive stamp set, soft suede, Cajun Craze, crushed curry and old olive inks, heirloom frame dies. There's an oval and a rectangle. We're going to be using the oval one. You'll also need the heirloom frames 3D embossing folder, the oval one, the basic Big Shot platform and the new 3D embossing folder plate, which is blue in colour, and of course your die cutting machine. So let's die cut the frame first. For this you need the oval heirlooms die, your magnetic platform, base cutting plate, cardstock followed by the die, cutting edge face down, top cutting plate, and you're ready to run it through the Big Shot. And you'll have a leftover piece which you can save for another project. I store them in my folder which has 2 pockets. This one holds all the uncut, the A4 size sheets, and for any scraps I keep in this buttoned stud pocket in the front. And then when I come to doing another project and I can see that there are leftover shapes or bits, I can use them. Next we want to emboss this, so I normally place it on there and there's the top of the folder, and I run it through the Big Shot with the hinged edge feeding through the Big Shot first. The new 3D embossing plate, and then I'm ready to run it through the Big Shot. Bring in my Stamparatus and I'm going to stamp the leaves first. Make sure it's right in the corner. Place my magnet there and then stamp it with Cajun Craze first. And I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper and take that off, and then with the chamois I'm going to take some of this ink off randomly and stamp. Clean the stamp and ink it up with the next colour. So this time I'm going to use crushed curry. And again I'll take off some of the ink randomly and stamp. so you get this mottled effect on your leaves. Then I want the old olive, ink it up again in old olive, take away some of the ink, and stamp. That came out a bit darker than I wanted it to. Now I'm going to leave my paper on this because it's already got a cushion, and I'm going to stamp the branch in soft suede. Next I'll ink it up with Cajun Craze and I'll stamp my pot. Next I'm just going to put my frame there so I know where to stamp my sentiment, and again that's going to be in Cajun Craze, so I'll centre that on the card. I've put dimensionals on the back of the frame and taken the backing papers off. Then I'll position that over my tree to frame it. And before I pack my Stamparatus away, I'm just going to stamp a few diddy flowers on here. So last thing to do is just pop some glue on here. And on here. I'm keeping it well away from the border so that the glue doesn't seep through. And then gently run the bone folder through because of the embossed frame here. Same card, but see how different they look just by the way you ink up the leaves with the Stamparatus. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Thanks for joining me today, and pop back for more inspiration next time. You'll find the list of supplies below this video in the Show More section, and you can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Bye!